Edgar, Eddie, Mauser, Norbert, Nobby, Leblo, and Victor, Vico, Riley are three very incompetent crooks who kidnap him while pretending to be baby photographers for the newspaper and hold him for ransom in the amount of $5 million. The crooks struggle to keep Bink under control in their apartment after the kidnapping, though. By reading Baby's Day Out, or Boo Boo, as he calls it, one of his favorite stories, Nobby tries to put Bink to sleep but ends up dozing off himself out of boredom, leaving Bink alone. After spotting a bird on the page and then one near the window while flipping through the book, Bink successfully escapes his captors by following the bird. Eddie ultimately ends up tumbling off the building and into a trash can after the subsequent chase. After saving him, Nobby and Vico start. The FBI, led by Dale Grissom, arrives at the mansion where, along with Bink's parents and his nanny, Gilberton, they attempt to piece together evidence. Bink, who is still outside on the ground and stumbling about, discovers another reference in his book regarding the blue bus, which he immediately boards. As they learn he is fleeing, the crooks start pursuing the bus in their van, but they are unsuccessful. While this is going on, Bink climbs into the bag of a chubby woman on the bus who soon arrives at her stop and gets off. The thugs realize Bink is not on the bus by the time they board it, so they chase the woman instead, which causes an incident when she catches them. A spinning door at the entrance to a retail store is crawled up to by Bink during the diversion, and he is pushed inside by its velocity. An employee who works at the daycare facility for the business stops him, thinking he is another infant that ran away from there. He then makes his way out of the shop, catching a taxi before stumbling into oncoming traffic. When he travels to the city zoo, the criminals try to pursue him but keep getting hurt in the process. They are astonished to discover him with a western lowland gorilla in the ape home, which exhibits a paternal aspect while not harming him. Bink is given some of the gorilla's fruits in addition. The thugs attempt to free him, but the gorilla sees them and stomps on Vika's hand, launches Nobby into the air using a mop as a catapult, and flings Eddie into the bars of another cage nearby. Bink is cornered and apprehended by the thieves in the park of the zoo, but they are met by two chatty police officers who have seen that the van's engine is still running. Eddie tries to conceal Bink during the talk by placing him in his lap beneath his coat, but Bink goes for his cigarette lighter, lights himself on fire, and flees as soon as the police leave. Vico puts out the flames by repeatedly stamping on Eddie's groin. They subsequently follow Bink to a construction site where they have a number of close calls, including Vico being flung off the building and into the back of a garbage truck, Nobby slipping and falling into a vat of wet cement, and Eddie becoming stuck on a crane after becoming covered in glue. The sun sets as Bink and the building crew depart from the site. The thieves succeed in getting away, give up trying to capture Bink, and head back home. When Bink is spotted in the city, his parents are alerted, and Gilberton surmises that he has been following Baby's Day Out and will probably next visit the old soldier's home. They discover him there, but on the way home he starts calling out, "Boo Boo," in the direction of the culprit's apartment. When the recovering criminals hear Bink calling out for his book, they realize that he has returned. To their surprise, when they look out the window, they discover themselves surrounded by FBI agents who have come to arrest them as well as Bink and his parents who are also standing outside the building. Eddie chastises Bink for tipping them off, and Grissom makes the thieves give back Bink's book. Once at home, Bink's parents put him to bed while talking about getting his picture taken the next morning by a regular photographer. Unbeknownst to them, however, Bink wakes up and prepares to read another book called Baby's Journey to China.